Hello and welcome to the Nicole Show. I'm your host, Nicole, and on today's episode we're going to be talking about social inequality. Now, have you ever been in a situation or you witnessed a situation of social inequality, but you didn't intervene or say anything and wish that you did? Or maybe you did intervene and say something, but you wish that you could have said something different. Well, in today's episode, I'm going to tell you about my own personal experience, which you guys will hear right after we come back from the short break.
One tribe, one kind, one planet, one race.
Hello and welcome back to the Nicole Show and to my story. Over my college spring break, me and my friends decided to go to Florida, and we were standing in a long line waiting to go to the bathroom. And this African American girl that really looked like a guy walked up to me and was like, "I gotta pee." And I really thought she was a guy. So I was like, well, the guy's bathroom is over there. She was dressed from head to toe in boys' clothes and had a hat on with no hair showing. She even walked and had posture like a guy. So I automatically was like, the boys' bathroom is over there. You know, I even said it like rude, like, the boys' bathroom is over there? Like, what you doing here? And I even pointed to the bathroom too. So here comes the first surprise. She was like, "Bitch, I am a girl. No. Cuss word, you MFer, you ignorant MFer." And she was just flailing her arms in the air, saying all types of cuss words. And I immediately turned red because, you know, I was embarrassed because then I realized, like, after looking at her, I was like, oh, you are a girl. And it was just like, dang, I must have hurt her feelings. So I guess I was ignorant because I couldn't see past her appearance and to see that she truly was a girl. Now, with me feeling guilty and everything, I apologized. And she was like, you know, it's okay because you cute and you ignorant and you cute. And she gave me a hug and that was that. Now, she still cut me in line. So like 5 seconds go by. We finally make it inside the bathroom. And the next thing I know, this white girl is coming out of the stall and she sees the girl and yells, "OMG, you're a guy. Get out the girl's bathroom." And it all went down from there. The girl/dude was like, "Bitch, I am a girl. And just because you white and you ignorant, I'm going to punch you in the face because I don't like white girls." And then she went, boop, and she punched her right in the face, like she clocked her. And it all happened so fast. So the bathroom attendant came in and she grabbed the girl that got punched and she was like, "Security, security." And security came and I was just standing there like, did that really just happen? I just got out of getting punched in the face. So looking back at this, there's a lot of things that I should have said. There are even things that I shouldn't have said. So now we're going to tie this story in with social inequality, the topic of this episode. And the first thing that resembles social inequality was me stereotyping the girl to be a guy because she was dressed in boy clothes and she carried herself in a certain way. Maybe she wasn't doing gender, which is acting in the right gender role, but her sexuality was female because she was born female. And to clarify, a gender role is defined as characteristics, attitudes, feelings, and behavior that society expects of males and females, socially constructed for how a man or a woman acts. It was just that her sexual orientation seemed to be gay because she squeezed my butt when she gave me a hug. So the girl exhibited secondary sex characteristics, which are physical traits not essential to reproduction, such as breast development, quality of voice, distribution of facial hair, body hair, and skeletal form that result from the action of so-called male and female hormones. Even though the girl looked like a guy, she identified her gender as female, obviously. The girl, I really do wish I knew her name, also faced structural constraints. Structural constraints are the established and customary rules, policies, and day-to-day practices that affect a person's life chances. A structural constraint she faced in that situation was simply being accepted into the girls' bathroom, which was a barrier for her and also served as a penalty for the way she looked, because since she looked a certain way, she looked like a guy, then people are automatically going to be like, what are you doing in here? Like, this is the girls' bathroom. So all of this represents social inequality. Then, a term called gender polarization was another reason for social inequality against this girl. Gender polarization is the organizing of social life around male and female ideals, so that someone's assigned sex influences every aspect of his or her life. So when the girl contradicted this, my reaction resorted to ignorance. So the girl might be properly termed as genderqueer, which is described as rebelling against gender expectations. And she was, because girls in society, if you're a girl, you're supposed to like the color pink, you're supposed to wear dresses, have long hair, wear makeup, you know, typical girls. But she didn't resemble any of these characteristics. The characteristics that she portrayed were of male. So that, in today's world, is termed as genderqueer. So moving on to the second aspect of social inequality displayed in the story is racism and discrimination. Racial categories change from culture to culture, and the girl who was discriminated against because of the fact that she looked like a boy turned the discrimination around to the white girl that came out of the bathroom stall and told her to get out the girl's bathroom. So it kind of switched up, which was very unexpected. She specifically told this girl, I am going to punch you because you're white and I don't like white girls. And violence resorted. Now, she didn't say, I'm going to punch you because you insulted me, you called me a guy, and I'm a girl. She said, I'm going to punch you because you're white and I don't like white girls. So from the story, a big question arises, and that question is, what keeps people from challenging inequality in general? A functionalist theorist might say that social inequality is a necessary device societies employ to ensure that the most functionally important occupations attract the best qualified people. Whereas a symbolic interactionist might emphasize how social inequality is communicated and enacted in everyday encounters. Social inequality is also conveyed through symbols, and these symbols have come to be associated with inferior, superior, and equal states. So people might reinforce that inequality is not being challenged because that's going against social norms or deviating and such, and that would in turn lead themselves to isolation. So social institutions and norms hold people back from challenging social inequality, because if we're to challenge it, then we will be classified as deviant, and nobody wants to be in an out group. We all want to be accepted, which would then make us be into the in group. So in this case, the out group is people challenging social inequality, going against the way. So if everybody is discriminating against somebody, and that seems to be the way of the world, everybody is this certain type of thing, then that would be the in group, because everybody's doing it and that's the norm. But when you're out here and you're challenging that, then you're called an out group, and not many people want to be associated with an out group. They want to be in the in group, that in fact is also ignorant. Then, moving on, agents of socialization also marks a reason why people don't challenge social inequality. So what are agents of socialization? Well, for example, our parents can be an agent of socialization. Why? Because some parents raise their children to think that gay is wrong and gay people shouldn't be accepted in society. So if you're being raised to think these things, you're going to think these things. Another example of an agent of socialization, set aside from this example, could be religion. If your parents are born Christians and they raise you to be a Christian, then you will automatically be a Christian. It's very rare to see somebody who was raised in a Christian household just decide on their own, well, I want to be Muslim today. So that's all with agents of socialization. And all of these components contribute to mechanisms that maintain social inequality. So when it comes down to it, what should I have said? Well, I know what I shouldn't have said. I should have said, I have to go to the bathroom too, but the end of the line is back that way. And when she punched the white girl for being white, I should have said, hey, violence is never the answer. You shouldn't have put your hands on her. She's no different from you because her skin is lighter, and you're no different from her because her skin is darker. We're all humans. We're all in the human race. We're all the same. I should have said, everyone is different, yes, but we can all come together and coexist as one without prejudice and without violence as long as we practice acceptance. And I shouldn't have said, well, the guy's bathroom is over there, so what are you doing here? I should have said, we're all acting unfair to each other and exhibiting social inequality. Let's all come to terms and apologize and go our separate ways instead of trying to cure ignorance with wisdom and intelligence. I just stood there not believing my eyes and not saying a word, which is sad too because I had all the free will in the world to speak my mind, but the fact that there were so many people around intimidated me to stay quiet because I didn't want them to judge me. So I guess that I was participating in being an in-group, and I was participating in mechanisms of challenging social inequality without even realizing it. Like, I was participating that I myself was a mechanism of not challenging social inequality. And now that I've taken this class and come to learn about all these things, I'm realizing that, and I'm realizing that I should have stepped up and I should have said something, and I shouldn't have just stood there. I know a lot of people are sensitive about the topic of gay rights and if it is okay to live that lifestyle or if it's not okay and whatnot. So that whole structure was prohibiting me. Well, that's all the time we have for today for this episode. And if you have any questions or would like to make a comment, please submit your videos to thenicoleshow.org and you can have a chance to be featured on our next episode. Thanks for watching.
Y'all so crazy.